And microphone on. Okay, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. I'm doing pretty well. Let's continue with Populous the beginning. Also, as of last time, we were playing in software mode, and I have had a look at hardware mode or direct 3D mode, and yeah, it seems to be working fine. So we'll probably continue with that. Just for the extra little graphical nicety it provides. There we go. Differences won't be apparent straight off. It has got the issue which I was mentioning last time, and it still bugs me. Namely, this down here. We're up to level 7, which is this one here. Look at that. It's all... the planets aren't showing up. It's terrible. Hello! Welcome. It's just such a minor thing, but it really annoys me, and I don't know how to fix it. Anyway, and this doesn't light up either. But you can see the planets look much nicer. Previously they were... I think they were just like grey on software mode, but in hardware mode you can actually see all the later planets off in the distance, and they've actually got the maps on them. So, anyway, we were up to number 7, unseen enemy. So let's continue. The Chumara will use the spell of invisibility to attack us. Once again, I sense a stone head that contains a prize, the spell of erode. Then I will seize the power of invisibility from their vault of knowledge. Okay. I'm also going to have to change it to 800, 600. Since it always resets to 640, 480. But I suppose unless you do a side-by-side comparison, the difference isn't that big. But if you see like the trees, you see they glow when you mouse over them rather than having the white outline on them in software mode. So let's increase this to 800, 600. Wow. Such an improvement. Also got some choices here. Filtering choices and driver or whatever that does. Nothing. Anyway. Let's go up here. And we're going to have to convert a bunch of wild men. And also... yes, I remember this level. Gonna have to build a tower. Let's build one about there. To begin with. Let's start converting these. Just these wild men. There we go. Ooh, 6. Any more around? Some scattered few around the place. Go down there, get those. As a recap from last time, this is a game I played an awful lot of when I was younger. I think, oh no, there he is. And I have finished it once before. But it's been quite a while since I've actually finished the game all the way through, so we'll be trying to do that over this series. There's the Vault of Knowledge with the invisibility spell in it. And it also said something about a road. Oh! Oh! That's right. Yes. Pardon me, I'm just... Again, I'm remembering what this level's about and what happens. So, I think we actually have to be fairly quick. Because I believe... the AI will achieve the goal you're supposed to if you take too long. I'm being vague. We'll see when we get there. Them. there any other wild men around? Oh. And you. Join me. Or die. Not by my hand, just because you wander around until, I don't know, you run out of food. Some more wild men up there, quite a few. Could get them.
Tsunami.
Damn it! Cheeky sod. I don't think we're going to be able to get Landbridge before.
Tsunami.
Go. Go down. Building the houses. Wild men just spawned out of nothing. That's how it happens. Oh, I think we've also got some villagers. Yep. At our, resurrection circle. Just build some more houses.
Kai.
Okay. Do I want to do this right now? Eventually the AI does this anyway, so... We're dying off. There's only 3 over there now. There's a few more up there. God. Whatever. Shame on you. Yes, yes. You're wasting your mana.
Tsunami. Ka.
Damn it.
Tsunami.
Get all of them. Thank you.
Kai. Ka.
Go up here. Oh. You're not stuck? What are you talking about? Build a warrior training hut and build a temple.
Kai.
You
Tsunami.
get them. Get him.
Kai. Ka.
And continue on over here. Yeah, we didn't get too many, but yeah. You could probably attack really quickly if you had just more villagers than they did. More braves. Got it working. Yeah, it wasn't. It did actually just run straight off. I went with software mode just because I knew that worked, but I hadn't tried hardware mode. We'll go with hardware mode. If it doesn't crash or have any issues, then, you know. Well, it just looks a bit nicer.
Kai.
It does have that issue I mentioned during the level select screen where the what's it called? The planets on the select bar don't show up, which is annoying. Mostly because you can't tell where you're up to easily. But hey, it's a minor thing, really.
Kai.
Do I want to put you in there? Sure, why not?
Hey.
Okay, we're gonna train 4 of you. Go into there. You're carrying wood. Just drop it. That's fine. You go over there. You can go here. I believe preachers can still convert invisible enemies. I think. Because they're invisible, but they're not deaf. And I think preachers, like, constantly preach to anyone who's nearby them, so... You managed to fix the anti-aliasing as well. It seems the config file created by the dcconfig.exe is not set up right by default. Deleting it and redoing the setting made MSAA work. I was fiddling around with that. Also running it in widescreen now without stretching 960 by 600. Half your 1920 by 1200 resolution. I did fiddle around with the xconfig, and it didn't really seem to do anything. So is that the reason? The config file is not, like, set up correctly. Because I have it set on, like, widescreen for that, but I select OK and it doesn't do anything, so I haven't looked into it anymore. This and, like, Dungeon Keeper 2 are difficult enough to get going. I tend to just be happy to leave them be as it is. Okay. Is there someone over there? Oh, you're just collecting wood. Right. Got a few villagers up there. No, go into that house. And you go in there. Is there anyone over here? Nope. Okay. Everyone's just going about their business, running into the fences. Okay. Everyone who's standing around, I want you to hop into the houses. Go over there. You go in there. And you go in there. Nice. Okay. Everyone get in there. Ah, see, they're building a tower up there. And I've got some warriors. Oh. I should have put that guy in there because one of them was moving to find some wood. So the guy's going to come back, find his spot the house is taken. It's just going to stand outside like, oh, okay. I guess I don't live here anymore. Over there? Widescreen requires a different approach. You need to run the game with /all-res and a shortcut to be able to select all resolutions in game. Okay. I'm kind of surprised the game it'd be... It even works. I mean, hey. No. I don't know the mechanics behind it. I mean, it's really just this bar on the side. Put that a bit further over to the left. I might look into it. There. And yeah, get some more. Get some warriors. Hop in. Go. You. I think that's probably because we're getting attacked. Shaman, beware. You are being attacked by invisible enemies. Yes. That means they would have cast invisibility spell on some of the units there. I believe there's invisible units in this squad here. You can tell if there's invisible enemies because even though they're invisible, they still leave a trail. So if you see like a few guys running at your base and a lot of paths being made, then you know, something suspicious is going on. And they just did land bridge, so yeah. Also, they're not invincible. They're just invisible.
Go.
You go down there. Up here. And they're most likely warriors and the like. You were hit by lightning. Why aren't you dead? Okay, there's going to be more dudes. Yep, there we go.
Kai. Kai. Taka.
That's really the biggest annoyance.
Taka.
Invisible priests. Or preachers. Blah. Have an AMD card? Yes. Because I need to make a custom resolution in case they're following this guy. Okay. Well, I'll see if I can remember to look at that afterwards. Thank you. Okay. This is something which you want to get, but I think if you try and get it, they rather strongly oppose you trying to worship at it. Okay. I get all of you here. You get in there. You get in there. Part of me wishes it didn't actually remove the villager from the house if they move out to collect wood or something. Because then it gives a false impression that a house might be empty when it's actually... They're just walked off somewhere. Like, maybe if it made them like a shadow icon, so it was like, oh, there's still someone occupied this slot, they're just not home currently. Okay, we'll go inside. Like that. That's that guy. Just run off to get some wood. Go train. Got a bunch of warriors. And... Oh, here they come again. Nope.
Taka. Taka.
Nope.
Taka.
Hey. There we go.
Taka.
Stop that!
Bunaga.
Okay, fireballs near the water. Be careful. There we go. Hey! That's my house, you sod.
Bunaga.
He's right there. Don't beat him up.
Kai.
Okay, that's fine. There's some warriors there.
Yeah? Unsure.
They can't repair a house straight off. I don't think they have to sort of spend some time hammering it. I don't know whether that's like extinguishing the smoke coming off of it, or... There's like a delay before they actually go out and start collecting wood for it. Don't know if you can override that. By just sending them to bring wood into the house immediately. You can train a trained villager into something else. So, if I get this preacher, I'm pretty sure I can train them into a warrior, and vice versa. Let me just check that. So if you make if you change your mind, yep, you can train them into something else. Just nice. Okay, let's go up here. You and you. Where are you going? You probably saw my army coming in. You. They just push him into the water. Oh, there's actually invisible guys there.
Shoka.
Hey, what's this? Oh. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Stop this. There we go. Nice hit. Oh. I didn't realize you were in the process of preaching. Okay, let's go on. Uh-oh. That's not good. Get him! Stop it! He's converting all my dudes! There we go. The noises of combat! Hey! You're sitting right there. Go get him. Thank you. Go down here. Okay, so what do we need to do? We need to get to this. We could go around, but oh. Just go through. Hey, stop that. Out of here! Leave me alone! Don't you know who I am? Okay.
Shoka.
Stop training priests. I was going to say, you're right there. You haven't done anything. Okay. Settings I need to use. Just testing it works. Settings in green are the ones you change. Don't forget to delete dxconfig.config before running the config tool. Okay. Okay. Thanks. As I said, I'll have to remember to see if I can give it a try. Whoa, look at this! Yes, yes, just convert all of them. It's actually the sounds of major combat going on. You get that, like, I don't know what you call it. Like deep cheers or whatever going on when there's like a fierce battle raging. Okay. Let's go get that. If we don't get the Vault of Knowledge, it doesn't really matter. You will get the benefits of it the next level anyway. It's gotta be like the only guy left. Whoops. Yes. Rule over the burnt remnants of your town. Yay! Well, just continue worshipping it anyway. And there we go. We did actually get to see what worshipping at that stone head did. Well, what it does is, the idea is that you get this, and then you cast invisibility on your guys, you make a land bridge to here. You cast invisibility on them and get them to worship here while they're invisible. If they're not invisible, the enemy will just come and electrocute them. But when you finish worshipping at this, I think it gives you several casts of the erode spell. So you can erode away all this land. But, you know, we didn't need to do that. So, because we're awesome. We've got invisibility. We can't cast it, I think. And there we go. Okay. Continental Divide. Keep looking at my capture and it's like lagging behind a bit every now and then when the screen's changing. Very odd. Anyway, let's continue. What level's this? Yeah. It does lag behind. Anyway, I sense a Dakini settlement nearby, and they have a powerful defense against us. Mighty followers known as Fire Warriors. Oh, this one. I will need the spell of Tornado and Magical Shield contained in the stone heads to defeat them. Then I too will have the knowledge to train my own Fire Warriors. Cool. Or hot. Yes, I remember this battle. Or this map. Okay, there's a Vault of Knowledge. This is where the enemy base is. And this is quite a large map. And it's spread out over all of these little islands everywhere, which is all of these little land masses with lakes in between them. It's really cool. Which also highlights that because the world is completely round, you've actually got multiple angles of attack. Usually, I would attack this way, because you have a nice hill here, which I think the enemy actually makes a land bridge to get up on at one point, but you can overlook their base while you rain destruction down from up here. However, you can also, you know, go from, like, this way, I think, and attack them from this direction, which is more from behind their base. There's actually a few of these stone heads around. Make advantage of. I think I've used land bridge to fill in this lake before to expand the area which you can build on. As I've said, one of the very enjoyable things in this game. You look at the map and you're like, how can I change it to make myself, to better defend myself, and also to expand the amount of land I have available to me.
Kai. Ka.
Okay.
Tsunama. Ka. Tsunama.
It becomes easier later on, because land bridge is not really that good for, like, expanding your landmass. Unless there's, like, you're casting across a gap of water like that. But if it's like an ocean like this, you sort of have to cast it from here to here and push it out that way. It's quite slow. There we go. Join me! Ah, there's a good gathering. You'll note the AI has also started off with several warriors to prevent early rushing. You could probably overcome them with enough braves and just magic. I'm sure you could blaze through these levels pretty quickly. But, I like taking my time. There's another good gathering. Quick, get them before they all start dying. You ran off. There we go. There's some more.
Tsunama.
Tsunama.
Ka.
It sounds pretty cool.
Tsunama.
Let's join the blue truck. What the heck are you doing here?
Kai. Ka.
What? Okay. Sure, whatever. Yes, yes. You're wasting mana. Go worship at that.
Kai. Ka.
Why did you come around there? I don't know. Get that. Get that. Get that. Warrior training hut. Get a temple. Build a... Build a watchtower there. Fire warriors, as we're going to learn, are going to present
Kai.
another sort of like a... They're a counter to preachers. As well as to kind of warriors, but... They're ranged units, which, you know, they can attack preachers from a distance. Does the enemy have any of them? Got a cast of magical shield. Nope, they're currently building their fire training hub. Fire warrior training hub, though. And is it done yet? There we go. And are they going to start training some? Yeah, soon enough. Okay, go over there. Go over here.
Ka.
Start. Charging up some of my other spells. Adhere to the grid.
Kai.
Okay. Oh, I've gotten all the casts of that. So where was the other one? It was over here. That requires 4. Okay, go get that. You might die. The enemy shaman might come and put a stop to that, but... eh. And no one is building that tower. But they're building houses.
Kai.
Another thing with this game is it actually had an expansion called Unforgotten Worlds. Or Undiscovered Worlds, actually. Yeah. And, I've never played that. Because it was only available in the UK and the US. So, I have that now because I bought this on GOG, so... After we finish the main game, we might actually move on to the expansion.
Ka.
Perhaps not right away, but certainly something I would like to look at.
Tuscatzi. Ka. Ka.
It's like, what?
Ka.
Populous beginning had an expansion? It's like we learning that X-Wing vs TIE Fighter had an expansion. And how upset I was that the expansion actually added a single-player campaign. I mean, I did have to play, like,
Kai. Ka.
you know, these massive thermals and dogfighting missions. There was actually a campaign with more ships you can fly around in it. Oh.
Tuscatzi.
Yeah, well.
Ka.
There we
Kai.
go.
Ka.
Yeah, okay, we've got a tornado. Yep. There's some fire warriors. They have horned helmets. I suppose like skulls on their heads. And they have flaming balls of fire on their hands. Must have awful difficulty trying to pick anything up. But their special power is that they can shoot fireballs at the enemy. So they're also very useful to put up in the guard towers because it increases their range.
Kai.
They deal reasonable damage with their fireballs. It's not a massive amount. It's not as much as a warrior in melee, but it's more than, say, a brave kicking someone, I think. So, usually you have them in groups, and that way they will eventually... Well, they can just pour fiery shots onto the enemy. Speaking of which, hello. Like that. They also knock people around when they're hitting them with their fireballs, so they can be difficult. They can be annoying to approach, like that. They have rather low hit points, though, and they're not good melee combatants. Also, the enemy can get rid of templates. You can get rid of the enemy's templates on the ground as well. They don't appear for you, but if you get, like, the option to attack the ground, then it's because the enemy's had a template on the ground there. Oh. Why did you decide to go through the enemy base? Fine. My problem. Fire warriors are susceptible to preachers. It's not common because, of course, they'll be attacking from range, but if they do get within range of a preacher, they can be converted. Which is part of the use of, I suppose, invisibility. That way, your preacher can get the drop on the fire warriors. Fire warriors are kind of difficult to use alongside preachers because their fireballs are essentially little, like, blast spells. As you saw, they knock people around and they have a little shockwave around them, which, like, blast, so it tumbles people around when they shoot nearby, and that can interrupt your preachers. But they're quite good to use alongside warriors, because they can keep enemy preachers off your warriors. As well as enemy shamans, I've had large groups of fire warriors sort of chain blast an enemy shaman up into the air. And she's just sort of got like bam, 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 and rolled off into the water. Oh, you were getting wood, were you? This brave should win? Maybe? The fire warrior might actually have more hit points than a brave. Yeah, it looks like it. Also, it's odd that all the animations for a fire warrior are slower. Except for their shooting and their walking. Like, their punching is slower. It's just... The smart AI, my braves, are seeing the enemy, and he was actually going to engage him, and then when he went too far, he actually stopped. And has gone back to doing what he was doing before. It's really nice.
Hey.
Okay. We could expand out this way with our village. Fill in this lake here. Some more. I like how it's sort of automated. What the villagers do. Don't need to tell them to do absolutely everything. I've said that before, but I don't know. It wasn't really something I noticed when I was playing this growing up. It was just like, oh, they sort of do what you need them to do, but it is a nice feature to have. Put a tower here. Yeah, like that.
Kai. Tuscazzi. Ka.
And do that.
Tuscazzi.
There we go. It's a way I could show off. Let's see. We've got these hills around our base.
Ka.
Just trying to see whether there's a way I can Show off the land deformation.
Hello?
It's not an area close by, but we can perhaps join this up here. And sort of surround ourselves by a wall of land. Though, in some ways, having this lake here is better, because they would have to cast the land bridge. I mean, whether it's a hill or a mountain, whether it's a mountain or a river, it's sort of the same when it comes to a land bridge. But you just cast that, and you can flatten it regardless. Can't reach all the way over there. If I had a tower here, perhaps we could.
Tuscazzi.
Do that.
Ka. Ka.
Ah.
Ka.
Her range is getting shorter because she's going downhill.
Ka. Tuscazzi.
Didn't really work too well.
Ka. Ka.
Just build a tower and it was... And I probably could have reached across there.
Tuscazzi.
Yeah, you can do this. Behold!
Ka.
A mountain range where there wasn't one before.
Tuscazzi.
Just even it out a bit.
Ka.
So cool. I can't more games do something like this.
Ka.
You can also use it to, like, raise the hills, the cliffside, so that, say, enemies can't climb up the side of it. You can usually tell where they can't. Just to prevent you from traversing, but if there's, like, a gentle enough slope, you can use land bridge to, like, steepen it out. You do have to be careful of your shaman rolling off the hill, though. There, and there, there, and there.
Kai.
Okay,
Tuscazzi.
and do that. It takes the point which your shaman's standing on for the height which it's, you know, going to.
Ka. Ka. Ka.
Just evens it out between the 2 points. Would create like a ramp going up here.
Tuscazzi.
I think it also tends to like go at an angle. Like this was kind of on an angle there. Odd. Anyway. I could cast one across here, but I rather like having it open. It means the enemy shaman won't have to come and land bridge it down. They will come and open up gaps. If you surround yourself with mountains, they will come and so go, nope. Probably something they're programmed to do, but...
Ka.
At least I'm pretty sure they'll do something like that. It might depend on the level. I have had them do that in the past. So it's been a while since I've played this, so a lot of it will be foggy memories. Do that. That. There. And there. And there. And there. And there. Not enough room. Well. You can also use land bridge to like smooth out terrain if it's too steep. But okay, move over here. I want you
Kello. Tinyu.
over here. And I want you
Inya.
over here. You don't really want your preachers marching around the campfires, because, again, they're most efficient if they're just standing there. Having them doing other things means I have to stop doing that, which is, you know, it's time they could be spending, you know, preaching to enemies. So if they're patrolling around this, they might get caught out.
Kai. Ka. Ka.
At least I think that's my experience. It's best just to let preachers stand there, I find. Also, look, my villagers, my braves are going far and wide looking for wood. I think one of them's actually in the enemy base. What are you doing there? Where? Are you running along here or something? I might want to make an opening over there, just so that they will go through here rather than through the enemy base.
Ka.
Come on, stand there.
Two scuds.
Let's make a opening in the offside or the mountain range. There we go.
Ka. Ka.
Hopefully they'll go through here now. They could be a little dumb. There's a tree growing. You can train. How many have I got? You all can train. Okay. Go here. Go between those.
One here.
You lot to go over here. Now, I want you to trade as well. You're not getting out of your preacher duties that easily. I have expanded all over this part in the past and built a massive village over this entire land. Beware, Shaman. Fire warriors are dangerous foes. Try using spells of invisibility and magical shield to help your preachers convert them. Yes, yes.
One here.
I actually want you to be in that tower there.
Hey. Hey.
And you can just stand around there. Look at all those trees. Basically, open access into their village. Again, though, I think I will attack from the front, just because it gives us such a nice overview of their base. And to claim that high ground. Stop standing in the fire! Everyone living in houses. Get in there. And you. And you. No house shall be unoccupied. Go. Going there. You're going there.
Hey.
No.
Vila.
Not you lot.
There
you go. Down here. Cool, cool.
Kai.
You can go back over here. Go train. One of you go train there. I think I took the people from that house. Well, go over there. Over there. There we go. Okay. I shouldn't worry too much about having all the houses full, but... no. Makes it easier to tell how many... what's it called? How many, like, idle villages, braves you have. Okay, so... we have a bit of an army here. And, we have this spell. Magical Shield. Here's a little neat tactic I've used a fair bit in the past. We can cast Magical Shield on this group here. However, they're kind of scattered about. A Magical Shield doesn't have that large of an aura, large of a radius around it. If we press G with these units selected, they'll actually form a ring around our shaman. And this is like their guard mode. Now, Magical Shield does have a maximum number of enemy units. Magical Shield does have a max number of units it can be. It will make a shield on, but being bunched up like this makes it easier to hit them. And for some reason, there's no like magical word when they cast it. So there we go. Just a bit easier. What this means is that magical spells will bounce off of them. You can't cast magical shield on your shaman though, so your shaman is still weak point. Lightning will bounce off of them, so will the fireballs, but they can hit your shaman with no problem. Fireballs from the fire warriors will just I think they'll just disappear off the shields. It won't deal any damage. Go. Get out of here. All the messages. Okay, let's cause a bit of havoc. Sheena! It did actually stay on the building. Sometimes it can completely destroy a building. Yeah, like that. And then just roams around. Ooh. Shaman took a fair bit of damage there. You take more damage the more you roll down a hill. Okay, there we go. Hey,
Ka.
stop this!
Taka. Ka.
Zap! Go beat that guy up. There we go. Good enough. You just punch him into the water. And there's no limit to how many times a person can be converted. They can be converted back and forth, back and forth. As many times as it takes. As many times as... I don't know. It's whatever. Now, magical shields have worn off. There we go. Build our own fireworks.
Ka. 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 Ka.
Stop repairing the buildings. Oh, and don't think I forgot about you either. I love how they just rocket out of the building when you electrocute them. Zap! Pow!
Ka. Ka.
There we go. Out of here. And you. Fire warriors aren't immune to fire or anything like that. Pow!
Ka. Ka. Ka.
It's just, hey, we got a fire warrior. They don't have a unique voice.
Ka.
I think I always thought it would be neat if they had like a hissing voice.
Ka. Ka.
Hissing sounding voice, but no, they just sound like a normal.
Ka. Ka. Ka.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh. You'll also notice there how the fires I had my guys running around have disappeared. If they're not being actively used, they will eventually disappear. Let's start building some fire warriors. It's nice to sky moves in hardware mode. The game is a bit darker though. You up the gamma a bit in the options. Is it a bit too dark to see? Seems alright to me. Yeah, the sky moves around. It's nice. It looks a bit more round, I think. Clouds also shift a little bit too. I think overall just textures just look a bit smoother. Okay. They're gathering just around here. I suppose they gather around the closest guard tower? How's that fire warrior training hut going? Hey, you finished! Okay. I want... get 15. Go. And you can get 10 warriors. And another 5 creatures. To select 5 of a group, you hold down control and then left click. It's fine, it's just that the game appears a little darker in hardware mode. Ah, yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I can see that. Oh, damn it. Well, so much for them. Sometimes it takes an awfully long time for them to convert. Oh! They can't convert them because we've hit our max 199 units. So, they'll just be converted. They'll just be sitting there permanently. In perpetuity. Yeah, you may as well just kill them.
Ka. Ka.
There's no gather points or anything like that for training units from building. You just have to tell them to move off once they're finished. And we're getting more fire warriors. What's it say about the fire warrior? Fire Warriors are created by training Braves or any other follower in the Fire Warrior training hut. These followers are slower and weaker in hand-to-hand combat than warriors. They do, however, have the ability to cast the Blast spell, and they can target buildings or the enemy followers from a distance. Like warriors, they will not perform any menial tasks, such as construction, and are best suited to guarding or fighting. Life is low, strength is low, blast strength is max, but they're the only ranged unit, so what's it comparing it against? Abilities. Guarding and fighting. Yep. They can't help build a building because they'll just set it on fire with their hands. They're very limited to what they can do once they've done this. It's a life choice. Actually, it's not like they had a choice about it, is it? I told them to get it. Training. Anyway. What? No. I like the little trails it's got the fireballs when they're worshipping.
Hello?
Anyway.
Yeah? Konju.
Up here.
Hier?
What if you come up here?
Hey.
Are you just standing there? I suppose so. I wish they were a little bit more proactive about filling houses. I've said that. Go up there. Go there. Okay. There we go. It's easier to organise them once all the houses are upgraded. Otherwise, you're sort of chasing around villagers all the time. Is this house empty, or is someone just off collecting wood? Okay, let's start destroying some buildings. And getting swarmed. Well, we didn't have any more fire. We didn't have any more. What's it called? So not much you can do. Any more magic shields?
Shoka.
No. I see you over there. You just lose all coherency on your army. Everyone just ends up going everywhere. Whoops, sorry. Damn it. Hit them. Thank you. I do rather like how combat in Populous is just sort of chuck your guys at the enemy and hope for the best. Help them with magic, but you can't really control it. Pow! It gets very hectic. Anyway. Yeah, just demolish that house. Oh, no, you don't. Get out of here. What? I told you to attack that building. Thank you. No, again, you're just going to be converting in perpetuity, aren't you? No, just shoot him. Pow! Like that. They just fly up into the air.
Kalyo.
Hey, there we go.
Konnichiwa.
Actually converted one. You want to deal with a shaman? Ow! Into the water! There we go. Not into the water, but... Eh. There's a nice animation of your units ducking when the fire warriors shoot near them. Like, oh boy. Okay. Get up here. You move up here as well. Kinda don't want your guys to hang around the enemy's spell circle. Because, well, you might have just seen it there. When the enemy shaman appears, the circle of magic which appears acts like a swarm spell, and it makes enemy units run away. Yay! Oh, and your fire warriors cast fireballs into the air in victory. Fireworks. Yeah! How's everyone going at our village? Congos! Yeah! Okay. There we go. Ah. Oh, fire in the mist. Okay, yes. I think I know this level. Yeah. Is this, level I'm thinking of? Yes, it is. I am troubled. My visions are strangely clouded. I feel a powerful spell nearby that will aid me in our battle against the Chumara. Yet it lies across the water. I sense our enemy have boats and will use them to attack us. I must seize their boats, find the spell, and destroy them. Yes, right. So, in this level, it brings into play the Fog of War. We can't actually see everywhere in the map. I don't think every mission after this one will have Fog of War, but it's a pretty common element afterwards. I might be wrong on that. I probably am. Maybe every mission after this has Fog of War.
Kai. Ka. Tsunami.
Didn't mean to cast it on the tree. I meant to cast it over here.
Tsunami. Ka.
Okay, there's a totem pole. And if I remember correctly, the enemy are over here. You can't see where they are. Just, you can hear it. And there's dark patches where their units are.
Kai.
I think I remember that, yes.
Tsunami. Ka. Ka.
I think we want to put a stop to that.
Ka. Ka. Tsunami.
I don't know if I have a way to do so, though.
Kai. Ka. Kai. Ka.
Not the end of the world.
Kai. Ka.
See whether we can get enough for a land bridge. Ooh, and we've got a new building here we can get.
Hey.
I think I'll just focus on building my base. I'm pretty sure you can get here in time. But yeah, they've finished it, so. That raises a land bridge. Actually, I think it's this we want to stop them from getting.
Tsunami. Kai. Ka.
Sorry, vague memories are constantly coming back to me about the level and about the game, and I'm like, Let's see, we've got a spell there, we've got a spell there, and we've got a spell up there.
Kai. Kai. Ka. Kai.
Okay.
Ka.
You four come with me. We're going to go up here.
Ka.
We need to uncover the map, and I want to go worship at that
Tsunami.
totem pole, that stone head, so
Ka.
let's go do that. I think that one takes a very long time to get though.
Ka. 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 Tsunami.
There's good reason for that.
Ka. 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 Ka.
Okay, here's another one. Let's try and get this. Warrior training hut. Priest hut. Get some more normal huts. And we'll get a... Okay, that gave us a tornado. And apparently it set a tree on fire. No, there's no one in that house. Repair that. No. Okay, only 2 casts.
Ka. Tsunami. Ka. Ka.
Let's see if we can get this. I feel like the enemy shaman's going to come and stop us. They are just over there.
Tsunami. Tsunami. Tsunami.
Unless this isn't the one I'm thinking of.
Kai. Tsunami.
Or they have one in their base, which I'm thinking of. Okay. That gave us a cast of Earthquake. Oh no, isn't there an island? Yes. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. So we can't actually do anything about that until they build boats. And we don't have the ability to build boats. Yes, yes. Oh, but you're wasting matter. You're wasting my time. I'll get to it when I need to. That house isn't built. Yeah, just build the houses.
Kai. Ka. 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 Ka.
Let's explore the coastline.
Ka.
There is a fog of war, but
Ka.
once we've seen a spot, it remains revealed.
Ka. 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 Ka.
So, that's nice.
Ka. Ka.
Okay. Good. That's just linking up behind their land bridge. This is where the totem pole was. Or the stone head was. We want to get over here, but it's too far for us to cast land bridge. Actually, I think I could, like, chain land bridges over there. It would take a while.
Ka.
I think it is possible though.
Tuskats.
Because this expands the land very slightly whenever you cast it.
Tuskats. Ka. Tuskats. Ka.
It's not very efficient, but
Tuskats. Ka.
you can do that.
Ka.
Whether you'll be able to get there in time is another matter.
Ka.
Let's see if I can do that. Not really supposed to be doing that, but
Kai.
hey, they give you the tools. Okay. Oh! You hear that sound? I believe that's a boat.
Ka. Tuskats. Ka.
It might just be the water. Because I think the water can make the same noise.
Ka.
Nope, that's a boat.
Shoka. Ka.
Goodbye!
Shoka.
Damn it! Stop!
Ka. Taka.
Okay.
Ka.
Uh-oh. One of your buildings has been destroyed, Shaman. The land where it stood is now damaged and will take some time to become fertile again. So, she cast Tornado. She also cast, well, and the, boat's destroyed. Oh, yeah. Flee. Run. There we go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. The lava actually disappeared pretty quickly. We've got a whopper great mountain in the middle of our base now, but we did lose to me. Yeah.
Kai. Ka.
Punch her up. This is for casting a volcano in my base, damn it. And for having that boat destroyed. That was my own fault. I should have just let them hop out. Oh well. Oh hey, I can hear another one. Stop this! Get out of here. She's stuck up on top of the volcano. Get down!
Kai. Ka.
I said get down.
Taka.
There we go.
Kai.
Okay.
Ka.
We can't get rid of the volcano remnants. You just cast land bridge. Flatten it out.
Tuskats.
However, the major problem with the volcano is that it spreads lava everywhere and the lava causes damaged land.
Tuskats.
So, you can't build on any of this blackened land for a while.
Ka.
Oh well. It does create more land after the land has revitalized. We have all this to build on now. So it's beneficial to us in that way.
Kai. Ka.
I'd actually thought she'd cast Earthquake,
Kai.
not Volcano.
Ka. Tsunami.
I'd forgotten the incantation
Tsunami.
for
Tsunami.
Volcano.
Ka. Ka. Tuskats.
But I knew it was coming. I thought they'd have to go to the... Oh well.
Ka. Ka.
I think she's just got the one cast Volcano. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have the Volcano spell on
Ka.
charge.
Ka. Ka.
I don't think the game would be that cruel early
Tuskats.
on. I mean, it's not...
Ka.
Volcano's powerful when you, if you have to follow it up with stuff. You can recover from it.
Kalu? Kinza.
It's just, oh geez, a volcano. Oh geez, there are armies now in my base.
Kai.
Like the variety in the level textures. Yeah, that's a nice... they're all essentially, it's just the same, just different textures, but it creates a different feel for the levels. Like, this one's a lot brighter and sunnier than some of the other ones, which feel a lot
Tuskatsi.
darker and more swampy.
Ka.
Yellow card? Have I done something wrong? Go that way. Ooh, hey, there's some dudes coming into my base. Oh, did they destroy? No, they didn't. Go get warrior training. Get them.
Kai.
Get 2 preachers.
Ka.
I suppose we'll keep expanding up there. I just need more houses, but... build there. And build that there. Okay. Not enough room.
Kai. Ka.
Walk out. Going the right way, we are.
Tuskatsi.
Let's just keep doing this, since I don't have a boat.
Tuskatsi. Ka. Tuskatsi. Ka. Ka.
Can we reach yet? No, not yet.
Kinya? Konyu.
Okay. You lot can go up there. Even if they're not in the tower, putting them on a hill will give them a greater
Tuskatsi.
range.
Kai. Ka. Ka.
Here, another boat, I think.
Ka. 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 Taka. Ka. Ka. Ka.
Somewhere.
Ka. Ka.
It's kind of funny how the water looks like...
Ka.
It just looks like land.
Taka. Taka. Ka.
You attack me when there's water nearby.
Taka. Ka. Ka.
There we go. Only one remained.
Ka.
Go over here. And...
Kai. Ka.
stymied that assault pretty well. So satisfied knocking them off into the water. It is one thing I like about this game. Like there's one... Yeah, there's not just one thing, but... Like, the shaman are really powerful. At the same time, without their spells, they're really not... that. They're no threat at all, so...
Kai.
If you can get them without having... without their magic.
Tuskatsi. Ka.
Or you can, like, dogpile them enough, you can deal with them.
Ka.
And you can't really just attack with the shaman. I'm sure people in multiplayer could do so, but...
Ka.
I feel like to make the best use of a shaman, you have to have her backed up by
Ka.
a army.
Tu scazzi.
There we go.
Ka. Ka.
Nearly there. Hey, look, and all the land has renewed. We can build on it now. I think it will start having trees growing on it now. I'm not too sure how the game starts generating trees. I feel like it generates it in certain locations. Like if with this, since this was previously water, it won't actually create trees there, but
Tu scazzi.
could be wrong.
Ka. 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 Ka.
Okay,
Ka.
go worship here. You can go in there. You can go in there.
Inya?
You can go
Konyu?
here, I suppose.
Konnaya?
You can go here. You can get trained.
Vila? Kinsa?
You can get trained. How fast is that going up? Very, very slowly. I don't think you can make it raise faster with more people once it's at the max.
Konnaya? Konyi? Konyi?
Okay, yeah. And you're all looking for wood. There is no wood around here anymore. There's a lone tree there. Bunch of wood over here. I think it's a bit too far for them to really realize it's there, though. Build houses around this way, I suppose. Be closer to the wood. Place that around a bit. There we go. Nearly halfway. I kind of don't necessarily want to build your houses on really steep land. If part of the template gets too steep while they're jumping on it, it will actually remove the template. Just because it's like, oh, the land's not valid anymore. I do like how they flatten the land by jumping on it, though.
Kai.
Kind of adorable. Yeah.
Vila?
You're looking for wood. There's wood over there.
Hawaya. Baya.
No.
Kinsa? Hawaya.
Get the wood,
Gelai.
but then come back here.
Kai. Ka. Ka.
And let's just start charging more spells. We can actually cast all those at max.
Ka. Tu scazzi. Ka. Ka. Ka.
Hey. Muraka. Kiza.
Kai.
Hmm.
Ka. Ka.
Kaya. Muraka.
If a tree pops up, everyone will go for it. Only one person will get the wood and everyone else would just be left standing around going, oh, I wanted that. Okay, how are we going? Pretty good. Oh ho! We have a volcano spell. One cast of it. Also one cast of earthquake. 2 casts of tornado. Pretty powerful. Having played Populous 2, there is less spells in this. There's no tidal wave spell. I'm not going to list all the spells. Swamp works differently. Is it swamp? No, it's fungal bloom, actually. From Populous 2. But that can't really work in this because it doesn't work off a grid. As clear as in Populous 2. Tidal wave would be interesting. I suppose there's erode, kind of, but... Populous 2 tidal wave is just devastating. You cast it and it just deletes land in an expanding wave out from the point where you cast it. Unless I think you build basalt roads, and I think that blocks the waves. But I haven't figured out how it works completely though, because you can build a basalt road and then the wave gets shrunk, but it just expands again after it goes past it. So it doesn't really protect what's behind the road. It just expands after it's gone past it and destroys everything behind it anyway. And I think it could destroy land regardless of how high it is. You might have a mountain there, but that's not good enough. What else is there? Oh, there's like the... There is actually a spell. I think it's something for multiplayer. Or is it like... There's a bunch of spells. I could probably show them in this. Which you don't get in the normal play of game. Forge World multiplayer spells. Here we go. Forge World option is only available at the start of multiplayer games. I've never played with any of these. If the option is selected, you are given a number of single-shot spells at your command, each explained below, to mold the world before the battle commences. Shaman is not present during this time, so you can cast the spells anywhere on the world. Clock in the corner of the screen counts the time before the game starts. So, some of them you get during the normal game. Erode, Flatten, Land Bridge. But you also get this, Hill, which creates a small dome-shaped hill. Valley, which does the opposite. Raise, which... well, as it says, slowly elevates the area of land where the spell was cast. That's different from the spells you normally get, because you don't really have a way to raise land in the base game unless you already have a high point of land, like with Land Bridge or Flatten, where you have to be standing on, or you have to cast it on that point and then flattens it out to that point, or a volcano. But, lower, which lowers the terrain. I suppose that's like a road, but more steady. Wild men, create some wild men, of course, and create trees. Which, there is a spell in Populous 2 which allows you to create trees. Also flowers. I believe they're used to increase the value of buildings near them, or something like that. It like increases the happiness of the people living near them. I haven't really seen the effects of it in Populous 2 too much, though. It'd be nice to be able to create trees in this, but since trees is a resource. There's also one other thing which I'm going to mention. if we go trees and wood, you'll see that the tree down there is changing, and it's got a pine tree and this, I suppose, like oak tree or swampy tree. But there is actually a third type of tree it shows, and I don't think you see it in any of the main levels of the game. I'm pretty sure it will show it sometimes. I'll try a few more times, see whether I can get it to show, because I always wondered where it would pop up. No? Not gonna do it? I'm not crazy. Maybe you have to be on a certain level to be able to get it to happen. Sometimes it shows a tree which is like, it's got a straight trunk and it's got a circular bunch of leaves at the top. But I don't think I've ever seen it on any level. Maybe it's just on a multiplayer level or something like that, but I was also like, where's that? Okay, hey, you actually managed to build all of these houses. Well done. Let's start building these. It's a shame this game has no skirmish. It is. I do wish it had a skirmish mode in the base game. Just against the AI. I understand, I think during the main game the AI is rather heavily programmed. Like them sending their shaman to like cast Volcano in my base. That's something they'll do every time. So I think they are running off of like events in the background. But yeah. I'm pretty sure the AI also sends out armies to attack you every now and then. It'd be interesting to know exactly what's the AI and what's just like triggers occurring to make them do different things. Probably break the illusion of the game I had. But and something which Black and White was missing as well. And Black and White 2, I think. Just no skirmish mode. Dungeon Keeper 2 had skirmish mode. That was neat. And Dungeon Keeper 1. Populous 2. The whole game was kind of skirmish mode. Just go through 1,000 levels. All of them are slightly different. I think you could actually play skirmish mode with your own rules. It's not something I've tried, because the main campaign's more than enough Populous 2 for me. Black and White has skirmish. Right. That's right. I always forget that it does. I don't know whether I just didn't discover it when I played it, or I've just forgotten about it. Maybe it only had a few maps. Or maybe it was like the maps during the campaign were more interesting. I forget. I remember one map which was sort of arrayed like a wheel. I think in Black and White.
Hey.
It had like an outer ring maybe and an inner ring, and it had like spokes through it or something like that. And you were arrayed on each of the different spokes or something. Played it recently. You can level your creature in skirmish and its progress is copied to campaign. I remember always wanting to get my creature to be as big as possible. It was just like, oh, just leave the game on overnight. It doesn't really work though. The creature just starves. Anyway. I don't really... Yeah, something I'd have to look at.
Hey.
The creatures were fun in black and white, getting them to do all stupid things. Cast fireballs at building. Okay. Help people. Okay. You can get them to do things like pick up villagers and chuck them in the water, or chuck rocks at houses. Eat bad things so you're constantly sick. Yes, eat all the rocks, creature.
Kai. Kai.
Why do we do these things to them? They don't ask, they don't deserve it. The god's just a cruel one. Black and white one requires a lot of creature hand-holding. It's pretty much a blank slate at the beginning. I think you can get it to like perform mundane tasks around a village, but it takes a fair bit. There are blue mushrooms which increase creature growth speed. I remember I wrote down like what all these different types of mushrooms in the game did. I was never really sure whether it was an actual thing or whether it was just like people telling me stories which are made up, but that is actually something in the game. You know, like, because it sounds so weird, but if it's actually something, then that's rather neat. I have to see whether I can find the book I wrote all the stuff down in. I was mildly obsessed with the game when it came out. It was just like, you know when you think like a game is able to do far more than it's able to actually do? That illusion we'd have when you're younger and you're like, what are the limits of the game? I don't know. Because you don't really understand how it works. And then you play it later on, it's like, I see the limits. Still loses that later on. So you have the memories. This is getting rather melancholy. Let's move away from it. I find it interesting to see what the games are like, how they work and all that. Even if it dispels some of the mystery behind them. It still works great if I install the fan patch. Might have to do some black and white at some point. I haven't played that for ages. I think it was black and white and... When did black and white come out? Was it like 2002? Oh no, it was Oblivion and oh, what was that game? There was a game which was about making films. And it was through the different eras of film. And it was like a theme park game. And that was quite neat. But I haven't played that for ages either. Ooh, hey. People are attacking. You had to manage your stars because as they got more successful, their egos would get bigger and you had to give them better trailers and all that and appease them. But you'd start off making like black and white films and then you'd end up being able to make more and more complicated films later on. I have the box in my drawer, but I'm not going to open it right now. They're called making movies or something like that, maybe. Get in there. Now where do I want to attack from? We're probably going to need some more warriors. We've already got 10. Everyone's busy building houses, though. I'm just going to take people. You're being conscripted. And another 5. Go off there. Houses are going to be empty, but yeah, whatever. We need an army. The fan patch fixes terrain detail, which is stuck in low detail on modern systems. Okay. I think I remember liking Populous 1 more than Populous 2 because it had more of the like random little quests you could do around the map. Though I remember it was rather frustrating because I think the first 2 levels in Populous in Black and White 1 are like basically all tutorial. And it's not until like level 4 or 5 or something you feel like the game really lets you loose. It was neat seeing how like spiky or how teapot like your temple could become. Good temple, or was it how it got all bulgy, always looked like a massive teapot to me. Evil ones, of course, better. All those spikes. Performing enough evil actions quickly enough that you can actually see it transforming before your very eyes, rather than just a subtle difference over time. What else was there? I rather liked how the villagers worked at Black and White too. Like, you would just feed people and all that. It was like so close to being like a Populous game, but without the land deformation, it was just, yeah. Chuck fireballs. I think LGR did a video on the game a while ago. He actually did a cover of something I was always interested in the game, which was... Oh, what was it? It's like the glove, which they told you to use as a like a input for the game, so you could actually physically like try and pick up things. I don't think it ended up working too well, but that was one of those things like the Nintendo Power Glove, and it was like, crap, you could actually like physically pick up a rock and have it happen in game, but it's not really like that. Do you mind? Get out of here. Hey! Nice. Basically, their entire army dealt with. I think for myself with Black and White, I always liked the what was it? I think it was like a chimpanzee as a pet, because I think it learned the fastest, but it was all right at combat. Creature Isle added a bunch of other creatures for you. I think one of them was like a mandrill. Anyone in there? Haven't converted him yet? Come on. We've got a schedule to keep. Come on. There's something else you might notice. Fire Warriors tend to knock back other villagers, except for warriors. Warriors are sturdy enough that they won't actually be knocked back by a Fire Warrior's fireballs, whereas preachers, braves, and other Fire Warriors and other followers will be knocked around from it. Come on. Charmin, I want you over here. Oops. No, it doesn't work against me, sorry, I'm a shaman. Palatanka. Run a bit. Behold. The power of my magic. There's their boathouse. That's where you make boats from. And now they're all stuck on land. Ow. Also have a look at earthquake. Earthquake's not very good to use on flat land. Or on low land like this. You want to use it more on high terrain because it has a greater effect. But yeah, if we cast it on that house, Lakai. See, it caused that house to sink. This one didn't sink though. It creates a split in the land and it pours lava out of it. Better if you cast it, say, up here because it just carves the land in a massive valley, which can destroy buildings because it's so steep. But yeah. Get over here.
Yeah.
Priest battle time. Good. You mind? She is determined to get up on top of that mountain. They'll always return to the spot where they usually stand. Even if it's like stupidly out of the way. Oh, can you actually like cast fireball on Just ignore it then. Cast lightning on it. There we go. More. No. There. Oh, there. Attack that building. Also, preachers won't dismantle buildings. So, selecting them and telling them to do so, we'll just leave them scattered around outside the building, so it's useful in that way. Oh. Yeah, victory! The enemy's resurrection circle shrinks into the ground. There we go. We also get to see the Volcano Spell twice. I can't actually sew it off here because I flattened it, didn't I? Yay! You can hear the foot space. Okay. Go. Yeah, 44 minutes. Oh, we didn't raid the Vault of Knowledge. Well, whatever. There was a Vault of Knowledge in their base, and it would have given us the boathouse, but we get it anyway. You don't need to raid it to get it, so. we go. And the next one is From the Depths, which I do remember. However, I think I'll save it there. We'll continue with it next time. It's close to 2 hours, and yeah. This one is, I think, another timed one, so you know, we'll do it next time so that we can get it all done under, well, just in one go rather than having to save and continue. But yeah, I think we've done 3 levels this time. Unseen Enemy, Continental Divide, Fire in the Mist. So, pretty good. Haven't gone through the second solar system here though. Or the second planet and its moons, actually. Because this is the whole solar system. It's confusing. Don't think how it works. I'm looking at some of these ones in the distance and I'm like, that one there, I think, is Bloodlost. And there's another one somewhere else, which is, I think it's that one over there, which is, Bloodlust is one of these ones, and there's another one on there, which I said was quite difficult for what I remember, but it was, I played it. So, there's one with red water over there. What's that one? I think I can vaguely remember parts about that level. Anyway, we'll continue with Populous the beginning next time. This is very enjoyable. I'm glad I decided to play through it again. Can we see anything here? No, not really. This is multiplayer. You can't play multiplayer on your own. There is the tutorial level, which I didn't show off. Honestly, there's not much to see. It just teaches you how to play the game. It is on a unique map. You see, it's got a big hand there. I think that's like a symbol of Populous. There's the enemy shaman in a ring of land there. And I think it goes through and gives you the spells you start off with. Yeah. So. Yeah, you get Fireball over there. So it's a little bit of the story at the beginning, but anyway. Yeah. But we'll continue with Populous the beginning next time. Well, thank you very much for joining me.